Everybody, I told them to leave. All right, so.
I read somewhere they say if you pause, it brings on the suspense. And a lot of that stuff is bull. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee and all the people involved with the selection process. It is an honor to be selected to this elite group of individuals that have meant so much to the growth of athletics at Hopkins. I'd also like to thank Ernie and Craig for all their hard work and putting this evening together. I think it's fantastic and they deserve a round of applause. I accept this nomination on behalf of my teammates, coaches that have been with me throughout my athletic career. With them, and especially with a lot of them here tonight, it means everything to me, and without them, I wouldn't have been a nominee. I did notice in the picture slide here that there were a lot of nominees that are a tad bit younger than me. And I thought it was appropriate to give you guys a little short history lesson as to where my generation was coming from. I was at Hopkins in the late 60s. The war in Vietnam was at its height. There were war protests right on this campus. The political scene was in chaos, and we were at the height of the Cold War. There was the assassination of Martin Luther King, and there were riots throughout the country. Baltimore was burning. It was the dawn of the hippie, the age of Aquarius. Long hair, tie-dye t-shirts, flower power, the introduction of marijuana, LSD, and other drugs of choice. Woodstock, the Grateful Dead, the Rolling Stones, and the sexual revolution. Free love. Men were burning their draft cards, and women were burning their bras. Man, it had to be the greatest time to be in college. Could you imagine being a coach? Those guys have to be saying, "You got to be kidding me. How am I going to relate to these knuckleheads?" And a lot of these guys have been introduced tonight, but I've got to say, let me introduce you to some of those coaches that were around during that era. Ronnie Wolf. Right here, Ronnie, raise your hand, please. Bob Scott. And Alex Sotier. Where's Alex? Alex in the back there. And in spirit, some others that helped me through the years was Mike Ballas, Daffy Russell, Henry Ciccarone, and Fred Smith. Ever since Scotty called me and informed me that I was going to be nominated to the Hall of Fame, I've had many calls from former coaches and teammates and friends and family. And we had an opportunity to reminisce about some of the old times. Today's been a special day because I've reunited with some guys that I haven't seen in many, many years. My former teammates, even today, reminded me that I would not have been half the player I was if it had not been for them. I do acknowledge that, and I want to give them full credit for any and all of the athletic achievements that I have accomplished. They wanted me to make sure that I pronounced their name correctly, but they deserve more than that. They deserve other credits, and I just need to name a few. I have to give them full credit for introducing me to various members of the law enforcement community, including Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Highway Patrol, and campus security. The quality discussions and meaningful discourse with members of those units was priceless. Thank you. I must give them full credit for teaching me all the different games of chance. The exchange of money from my hand to theirs, taught me capitalism and microeconomics. However, I was concerned that these endeavors took away from my academic achievements. I must give them full credit for their unsuccessful methods of convincing a member of the opposite sex to at least talk to us, much less anything else. And last, let me give them full credit for trying to teach me the numerous ways in which to mix the various beverages to reach the highest levels of inebriation, as well as the ingenious methods in which to inhale various tobacco products. Thank God my coaches had instilled in me the mental toughness to reject these temptations and keep my body the sanctuary of God. I would also like to announce at this time that I will not be running for political office. Let me conclude by saying, of all the great experiences I've had at Hopkins, nothing puts a smile on my face more than having the opportunity to watch my two sons play. Whether it be on a lacrosse field, football field, or playing ping pong in the family tournament, to see them experience all the emotions, good and bad, that I did, knowing all along that this is the best classroom for life. Thank you, and have a great evening. And for this, I must thank the better half of this duo, my beautiful wife.